Hi, this is Amber with Art2Ride, and this is me on my horse Legolas. And this is one of the first times I was back riding after my surgery. And I'm doing my video here to critique my riding position and application of my aids. So right here I am trotting around on Lego on the circle. I'm trying to maintain a steady contact with his mouth and follow him up, ask him to soften when he starts to hollow. And then I'm following along with my seat. Now, you saw me ask for the canter there. I thought that was pretty decent. I could sit up and back maybe a little bit more, but my hip is swinging nicely here in the canter. My leg could be a little more still, and that's going to come from letting that motion come through my hip a little bit more. As if you are not letting the motion go through your hip, it is going to swing through your leg. And then right here, I'm back into the trot, rising trot, and then a little sitting trot. Again, now in the rising trot, the leg is pretty good. In the sitting trot, there's a little bounce to the leg. Some of that is me using my leg to ask him to, like I would lift, I'm lifting every stride, asking him to lift up and maintain his trot. This is also Lego's first coming back into work, as he had quite a few months of very little things to do because he got sore feet. So we worked with a special farrier, and I have been working on getting him so that his feet are no longer sore, looking at, the different possibilities of what might be causing that, like whether it was the farrier work or maybe a dietary, nutrition thing. So here I'm changing directions, and in the walk, my position is pretty good. My shoulders are up tall, and my leg is pretty close to underneath me. I think that it's nice when you can have a heel, hip, and shoulder line up so your leg is back underneath you and your shoulders are nice and tall or back. And that was a good transition into the canter. And then he hollowed there for a bit, but I followed him with my hands, asked him to move off the inside leg, got a little bit better. And now back to the trot, following with my hip here in the trot, and then back into the rising. So overall, I would say, and then I'm trying to follow him up here when he hollows, that I was doing a decent job of following with my hip, keeping my leg underneath me, keeping my shoulders back, chest open, and especially for being the first time back in the saddle for 6 weeks of not riding, this is pretty good. And I'm also trying to follow with my hands nicely, so letting my elbows match my hip and use them in the motion so that there isn't a lot of backwards tension to when I am using the reins. It's a soft forward, allowing the horse to move forward. Anyway, so this is me and Lego after some time off, and there he tried to stop, and I made him keep going. He's always looking for the right time to be done with his work when he gets tired. And like I said, he's just coming back into work now, so he's his fitness level is not as high as it could be. Here I'm doing a little more sitting trot, and again, like the nice motion through the hip. Part of that comes from really like allowing myself to lean back and letting my hip rock in the saddle. And the more that you can absorb that motion through your hip, the less will bounce through the rest of your body, your leg, your upper body. You definitely need to be leaning back, though. If you tip forward, you will bounce quite a bit. So again, thank you for watching. This was Amber with Art2Ride.